All right, all right, all right. Three steps to start a profitable funding business. I hope y'all are ready tonight. It's going to be an amazing presentation, and we're going to help y'all get to the next level. It's a March Madness edition. I've never done this before. All you need to worry about in the month of March is the letter M, right? So we're going to talk about March. We're going to talk about madness. We're going to talk about millions. We're going to talk about Michael. Let's get it. So this is going to be without having to type and submit the applications yourself because that was the old way. This is going to be without having to worry about getting baby limit approvals. We literally have a system that's going to add confidence, but it's not going to be no guarantee. This is going to be without having to worry if your clients have the money to pay you, right? So this is what it's going to be. Housekeeping rules: pay attention and participate. Give me at least 60 minutes of your time. If you can't focus for 60 minutes, I know that you're not serious about getting richer. Y'all let me know where y'all are tapping in from. Let me know where y'all tapping in from. Let me know where y'all tapping in from. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Let me know. All right. Also, if you want, you could take pictures of your notes and tag me on IG at Michael Benjamin. That might help as far as, just making sure you take an action, accountability, all that. All right. So if I commit to teaching you the game, will you take action? That's the biggest thing about today. If I commit to teaching you the game, will you take action? Right? Drop a one in the chat if you're going to take action. Drop a one in the comments if you're seeing this on YouTube. If you're watching the replay, drop a one in the comments as well. You could just treat it like it's a live experience over there as well. All right, so we're going to be talking about a high income skill that's literally helped my students and I make a lot of money. So if you don't know, if you're not familiar with the whole business funding thing, we charge a 10% commission for every funding effort. So here on the screen is my student Khaled. He got his first 50K Chase business credit card. He said using Michael's BRM Connect. If you don't know what a BRM is, we're going to talk about that today as well. And we're just going to talk about the recipe that's going to help you be able to make money funding other people, or even if you just want to do it for yourself. This is a new business, by the way. It's not the most common thing to get a $50,000 limit on one credit card when you have a new business. Connections are what's going to help you get to the next level. This is for you. If you're a current credit repair business owner that's looking to add extra revenue in a simple way, or if you're just a six-figure business owner, maybe in a separate industry, or if you're a six-figure 9 to 5 worker, maybe you're in tech or something that makes six figures, if you're looking to make extra money with a simple business model. This is not for you if you're living paycheck to paycheck, respectfully. This is not for you if you're very skeptical and not willing to take risks. This is not for you if you're lazy or you're a loser. This is not for you if you're not willing to make a costly investment in yourself for potentially life-changing financial ROI. Keep in mind, our offer opportunity at the end is not going to be a cheap opportunity, and we never want to take the last of somebody's money. So that's why I say, like, if you're not in a financial position to be able to invest in yourself, then I wouldn't say that this is for you. So my goal from this class, number one, the best and simplest way for you to have a profitable funding business is by creating a system where you work with vetted bank relationship managers, which are BRMs. And number two, you understand exactly how to fill out the applications. More on that later. And then number three, you understand how to structure your business and credit profile, right? Personal credit profile for yourself, the client, whoever. And then I'm going to show you exactly how to get there. So keep watching. So back in the day, so I've been in this industry doing credit repair, business funding, whatever you want to call it, since 2021. So 2021, I was doing funding the old way. So the old way is what I would consider you're just applying online for the client. Maybe you're telling the client what to apply for, that kind of thing. And I was also working a 9 to 5 as a chemical engineer. And then, like I said, I was manually applying for the cards. I didn't have no connections in 2021 until I invested in a program that taught me that you need to build up these connections. And that was in 2022. So you see on the right, July 20th, 2021, if you look at the top, the screenshot, the receipt is right there. This was when I helped one of my clients get $8,500 on a credit card. So now fast forward, as you see on the right, this is through a bank relationship manager. I helped a client get 50,000 at 0% interest. So 2025 and beyond, I'm doing funding the new way and getting clients high limit approvals. So I retired my 9 to 5 back in 2022 once I kind of figured out and knew what I needed to do as far as the sauce for funding. And then now, I leverage my relationships I built with BRMs over the years for them to help me do the work versus me manually applying. And literally today, being what is today, March 11th on Tuesday, we'll show some approval that I got today for a client. We got a couple of approvals actually. So just to show the power of being consistent with it. Why should you listen to me though? I've been doing this since 2021. The receipts are right there. As you see on the left, that's an auto loan. That was a 60,000. That's not a credit card. So that's a $60,000 auto loan I helped somebody get. The middle is a $25,000 Navy Federal card. So you see 25,000. I showed y'all the 8,500. And I still do it now in 2025 on a higher level. If you're subscribed to me, if you watch me on YouTube, if you watch me wherever you're watching this, you've most likely seen the receipts that we post, right? You could try to ignore it, but you've probably seen it. So on the left here, not every client's going to be a home run, 275,000 funded, but that's what we did on the left. We got paid almost 30 bands, 27,500. The middle as well, not every client you're going to fund 200,000 in one go. What's going to be more common is the far right, which is going to be $50,000 business credit card at 0% interest. So, you'll get like your $5,000 payouts, maybe $2,000 payout for 20,000, maybe 2,500 payout for 25,000. But these are thousands of dollars that the average person or average business owner is not typically making. It's not going to be guaranteed. It's not going to be easy, but it's possible. I also had the honor of helping retire my mom. So also too, I used business funding earnings in 2023 to help pay off her car in 2023. So the rest of it was $7,000, and then put her in a new 2024 car at the time. So this business model made me look at money differently. So I looked at, the whole $7,000 I used to help my mom pay off the car. I just looked at it like, okay, cool. I need to fund somebody 70K, or, I need to do a couple high credit card, credit repair clients, which might be 2,000, 2,500, whatever. But I mainly looked at it like, okay, $7,000 is one funding client for 70K. Anyone want to make extra money and retire their mom? Drop a one in the chat if you do. Drop a one in the comments if you do. Drop a one in the chat. So it's not just me though. Let's be real. I got student Brian Winston. So Brian used my BRM with my guidance to make $7,500, funding his client 75K at 0% interest. Right. He told me that was the most simple $7,500 that he made in a day. So this is a screenshot receipt of his entire payout was $18,000. Part of that, like I said, 75K of that was Chase. The total funded was 180,000, and he got funded, or he got paid out $18,000 from his client. All right, so just to be transparent, it's not like Brian was just some bum and he didn't achieve anything in life. So Brian worked a 9 to 5 as a six-figure project manager before he was working with me and getting that exact result. So then we have Khaled. He used my BRM connection as well to fund himself $50,000 at 0% interest. So you can literally use this information for yourself first if you want it, and then you go make money funding other people. But again, Khaled, he was a DoorDash driver before he retired his 9 to 5 as well. I have a case study videos with both him and what's his name, Brian, on my channel. So if you could just go look on the channel, you'll be able to see all that. These are not paid actors or nothing. These are real people, real situations. And he eventually quit his job. I say that to say he was somebody that believed in himself, and that's why he chose to, invest with me, and then he was able to get his result. He gave himself his own guarantee. And then we have Ali. So Ali, he funded his client 150,000, and he got paid 15K after he worked with me. So you see right there, receipts are right there as well. So I don't know what else to show as far as receipts. And then I did a case study with Ali too. So everyone I'm talking about right now, I have a case study video on my channel already. So Ali was already a successful business owner, just to be transparent, but we helped him scale to over $100,000 a month after he worked with me. So just keep that in mind. As you can see, my successful students they're not just losers or just average bums or anything or any people that have a lack of confidence, right? I can't turn somebody from 0 to 100. I could help somebody, maybe they're already at like a level 5, 6, and help them go higher. You have to have that self-belief. So they invested in themselves because they believed in themselves. So they made it work with zero excuses. This is the 1% mentality. This is the energy I put out. This is the energy I attract. Has every student I've had in my program succeeded? Hell no, that's not true. Anyone that doesn't succeed, usually maybe they didn't believe in themselves, maybe they were lazy. It's not always the case, but the reality is that not everybody is gonna succeed. Not everybody that goes to a university is gonna graduate, So for me to be here and say that everybody got all these testimonials and everything, that's not the reality. People are gonna be people, So let me save you some time. If you consider yourself average or you're a loser, this business model is not for you. I'm not here to sell you a dream. I'm here to tell you basically, the reality. My business already has systems in place, so we're going to continue to attract clients. So I have zero incentive to lie to you. This is a sexy business model, I'm not going to lie, but it's going to require hard work. Are you ready to make extra money with doing business funding the right way? Drop a one in the chat if that is you. Drop a one in the chat if you are ready, or in the comments. Stay until the end. I will make you an offer or opportunity for that. So before we start, you might be thinking, I don't know where to start because what if somebody needs credit repair before they need funding and I don't know what to do, right? I'm gonna basically give you a credit repair solution at the end so you don't need to really overthink or worry about that. Just like literally just do what the fuck I say. That's the name of the game. So what we gonna cover? So stage one is gonna be makeup. Like I said, remember this is March Madness. We're literally focused on just the letter M. Makeup, master plan, money. We're gonna keep it simple. So makeup, we're gonna discuss how to build an attractive personal credit profile and business in the eyes of the lender. I'm not talking about Sephora. I'm not talking about none of that. We're gonna talk about the makeup of the credit profile. Stage number two, we're gonna talk about the master plan, right? We're gonna talk about the system for how to maximize the funding that we're gonna receive. And then stage three, money, however language you know that in, we're going to discuss how to execute our master plan. All right, so why is this training important right now? So the banks are getting stingier daily. I speak with bank relationship managers literally like Monday through Friday daily. So I'm always getting insight into the current ecosystem. And the banks have just been taking losses, over the years. So they're going to continue to get stingy. The banks have been taking even more massive losses in lending since I started in 2021, and they're going to continue to tighten up. So you need a proven strategy that will help bypass this shifting market. Nothing's going to be perfect, but we can do what we can to help. So you're literally losing money every day that you're not getting clients funded for your credit repair business or whatever business you got. All right, stage one makeup. Let's get straight to it. So the truth about business funding. So business funding is an umbrella term for different products. This could be business credit cards. This could be business loans. This could be business lines of credit, right? Bank reps are stingier than ever. Like I said, my bank reps have literally confirmed that to me. I got emails, I got texts, I got phone conversations if someone's recording our phone calls, I they just tell me the truth. So minimum requirements leads to denials, or best case scenario, you're going to lead to minimum funding when you don't have the proper strategy. That's why we're here today. So the best way to maximize business funding approvals is simply working with bank relationship managers. We're going to call them BRMs, right? We're going to talk about more on them later. So people on social media, in my opinion, have over exaggerated the simplicity of the funding industry. So anyone that actually does this funding shit, I'm gonna literally show y'all proof receipts of funding that we even did today in the moment of me recording this, right? So I actually do this shit. So I know the ecosystem of what it looks like. I know what the process looks like. When you got someone just coming online, they're just like, oh, 500K, 0% interest funding. All you need is 700 credit score. That's not the reality. They might be saying that because maybe to grow their audience, maybe to sell the course, maybe they want to finesse you. I don't know. But me, as someone that actually does this shit, listen to what I'm saying. Anyone that's actually in this industry knows it is not as sexy as most people make it seem. It is a simple business model, but it's still a business. And in business, you gotta expect that things will not always go how you want it to go. So how can you get business funding? You could use your personal credit as a personal guarantor, which means that you're co-signing your business and like saying like, okay, my business is what I want to get money, and I'm gonna take ownership if there's a default. And then number two, you could build your business credit score and do EIN only if you want it, or you could do a hybrid in a sense. But our focus is going to be on option one. We're going to look at personal credit as our personal guarantor. So the makeup of the personal credit profile. Let's talk about the key personal data points. So no negative items. No negative items. No negative items. We want to have at least 7 open positive accounts. So when we talk about open accounts, we want to talk about revolving. Revolving is going to be credit cards. It's going to be installment. We want installment accounts, right? Installment is going to be like student loans, personal loans, auto loans. So just keep that in mind. We want to obviously have over 700 FICO scores across the board. 680 is absolute minimum. Minimum is for losers. Minimum is an average plan. Minimum is for losers. Minimum is an average plan. We want to make sure we're above 700 across the board if we can. Debt utilization rate, we want to be less than 9%. If we could be 3% or less, even better. 30% is absolute minimum. 30% is too much, to be honest. But you know what they say, 30% you can get away with that. Two personal credit cards that have at least 10K plus limits. I would say 5K minimum. I recommend that y'all have five-figure limit cards. I'm gonna give y'all one that y'all can go get if you don't have it already. And I have it open at least 6 months. 3 months is gonna be absolute minimum. 3 to 4 hard inquiries or less per bureau. All right, so like I said, for the personal credit card, I'm gonna give y'all one. So let's say your client got low limit personal credit cards or none at all. I'm not saying go get the Navy Federal $25,000 card, which you can get. So you could technically say I gave you that one. But the second one I'll give you, go to Christian Community Credit Union while they're still lending good. As you see, this is not February of 2021. This is not February of 2022. This is February 12th of 2025. Client approval, instantly approved, right? You see that? Approved on right before this past Valentine's Day. $25,000 limit. Christian Community Credit Union. Go to that credit union and go ahead and apply with them. They're lending out good on the personal side. Let's say you want unlimited personal funding options for whatever reason. Join the American Consumer Council, right? Go watch the video that I did on my channel for how to join for free. I go over that. So just look up my YouTube at Mike O. Benjamin. You'll be able to find that. So makeup, key business data points. So you're gonna have an LLC or corporation. Once it's 2 years, you can get a line of credit. An exception is Citizens Bank. You can get a line of credit with 1 year, to be honest. But it's certain things that you're gonna know it's different banks as you have more experience. So NACES code is basically a code that speaks about the nature of your business. So you want to be aware of the NACES code. Understand what's high risk. Understand what's low risk. Understand what's prohibited industry. Understand what's a restricted industry. Understand what's a non-restricted industry. So you got to understand what these are and know what it is bank by bank, because certain banks might not like an industry, certain banks might be okay with the industry. Have a professional email. Johnny Pants at Yahoo's not good. Have your business name. It could be info at whatever the fuck your business name is, right? So do what you got to do. Website is preferred. One thing I'll say, this goes back to what I said. Different banks want different things. I know Citizens Bank specifically. Citizens Bank, we got an approval today actually for one of my clients, which I'll talk about later. But Citizens Bank, they're very strict with their underwriting process. They prefer if you have a website, if you have social media that they can find. Whereas someone like a Chase Bank, you can get away without that. So you just gotta know, not only through experience, but I guess through mentorship as well, just what certain banks will look for when it comes to the underwriting process. Because we are using these BRMs to help us talk to underwriting, but we have to do our P's and Q's and be on our shit too, right? Make sure the client is structured correctly. And then use your personal credit as a personal guarantor, obviously. So what do we put per application, right? Right. So what's to put per application is going to vary bank by bank. So I like to compare it to saying it's like learning a new language per bank. And this is going to come through with experience or just working with someone that's been there before you. So part of the makeup stage is respecting the fact that there's layers to this game. So when you respect the makeup stage, you get results like this. So let me show y'all. Doc, he basically listened to what I said, what I told y'all about the makeup phase, the makeup step, as far as everything with structure. And he got confidence from the free game that I gave him. And he funded his client 32,000 and he made $3,200 in minutes. $3,200 might not be life-changing money, but for the amount of work that he had to do to make it, I think that's good. Is this going to always happen? Hell no, that's not going to always happen. That's like saying that everybody that's taking my information was successful. You have to take action. The reality, I'm here to keep it real with you. Most people are lazy. Most people are losers that will not take massive action. Whether you do what I say or not, I will continue to make money with funding and credit repair. So I have no reason to lie to you. I simply found a blueprint and I'm here to make your situation better if you are not cheap, right? I'm here to make you more money. And at the same time, I make more money at the same time too. But either way, we're gonna continue to make more money by on our own. All right, so if you don't take action, you'll just be like anybody else that was average, that's not a success story from, my program or working with me. Sometimes the best way to motivate taking action is having skin in the game, aka investing in yourself. It's worked for me and it's worked for other people as well. The truth, the first truth we're going to talk about, you are not special that you can skip the step of investing in yourself. So remember that, keep that in mind. All right, so once you've embraced that truth, you're one stage closer to being a profitable funding business owner. Let's talk about stage two, master plan. So that stage one was makeup, right? We just talked about the structure. So when we talk about the master plan, we got to talk about the new way versus the old way. So the new way of funding is leveraging long-term relationships built with BRMs. That's properly vetted to secure high limit funding. When I say that's properly vetted, you have to vet these people. Some of these people in the banks, I'm gonna be transparent. Some of these people in the banks don't know what the fuck that they talking about. This is why you have to have certain questions that you ask. You have to have a certain process, certain procedure in terms of how you vet them. How did I figure out how to do all this? I paid somebody to learn the game, right? So the old way, just applying online for your client or trying to leverage a BRM without vetting them properly. Maybe you find a BRM, but you didn't vet them out properly. Now the whole system is just acting weird, right? So keep that in mind. So I came across this new way when I invested thousands of dollars in different mentorships that taught me to implement this. In 2021, I was doing funding the old way. 2022, I came across, I was like, oh shoot, I need to go get me some BRMs and partner with people to have them. So I could have still been doing the old way and getting lower limits for my clients if I didn't make the decision to invest in myself. Not only would that have negatively impacted my clients, but that would drastically reduce the amount of money that I was personally making in my business too. And we ain't got time for that. So Khaled is a perfect example of someone who's doing business funding the new way versus the old way. So you see, like he said, first 50K Chase Business credit card using Michael's BRM Connect. So I found some data, and this is literal verified data of somebody who applied for the same exact card that Khaled applied for. You see, Khaled got a $50,000. You can't fake that screenshot. 50,000. This person only got $7,500 because they're doing it the old way. And look at that recent application, February 2025. They did it the old way, and they had good credit. Look at the score, damn near 750. Income is damn near $200,000. Age of credit history, their credit history, 2 to 5 years. That's decent. Only a $7,500 limit. Khaled, new business, $50,000. So there's something to be said about these BRMs. The truth, the second truth, and I'm letting y'all know, the best way to be as profitable as possible is simply working with a vetted BRM. It's a different application. The old way is literally $7,500 limit, right? It's not going to be like that all the time, but I'm just showing receipts. The new way, $50,000 limit at 0% interest for 12 months you can use to grow your business, that your clients will thank you for you to grow your business. When you look at it from a client perspective of y'all running y'all funding company, this $50,000, that's a $5,000 payment to you for your services. If you do it the old way, this is only $750. You can't do nothing with no $750. All right, so the new way, you're not filling out the app, so you're doing less work versus the old way, you're filling out the app. It's more work. New way, you request your limit. So we go through DocuSign and we're requesting our limit, right? We're not just applying online like the old way where you don't get to request your limit and the algorithm just gives it to you. And maybe you get 7,500, maybe you get 10,000, but you're not going to get no $50,000 unless you're going through the backdoor method. So, and then the new way, you got a BRM, which is a human, working with underwriting to give context of your app for a higher limit approval. This is what we do day in and day out. I literally sent, this is, what date is it again? March Madness, right? March 11th. This is March 11th, 2025. I literally got receipts. I sent a new application in to my Chase BRM. I told him this client needs a DocuSign. Can we send that out? Imagine if the client just went online, didn't have the connection that we have. They would probably get a lower limit, right? Which is the old way. The algorithm's just going to determine your result without any context. When you work with these BRMs, they can talk to underwriting and let them know, okay, this is why this person needs this amount of money, right? So you're just increasing the odds in your favor. And you might be thinking right now, I get it. You might be thinking right now, is there a guarantee with high limits? I got no reason to lie to you again. And the answer is no. There's not no guarantee. Having vetted BRMs just increases the likelihood of high limits. The only guarantee in life is that you're going to die, at least physically, right? And I guarantee you, if you do nothing with the information, then you will not get any results. You can't expect a guarantee in business. It goes back to what I said earlier. At the end of the day, this is a sexy business model, but it is a business model at the end of the day too. So don't come in with low expectations like I'm not going to do any work. It's just going to be super easy because this is still a business. All right, you might be thinking too, I need to think about it. Ask yourself, how long have I been thinking about this credit funding shit and making money online thing? Is it safe to say if you took action, maybe 3 months ago, 3 weeks ago, however long have you been thinking about it? If you took action those 3 months ago with somebody else, is it safe to say you would probably be further along than where you're at right now? So, enough thinking about it. I think it's safe to say that. And just keep that in mind. All right, so our master plan. So we're always going to want to leverage banks where you have BRMs first. So statistically, I can only speak on our business. Statistically, this is where we get our highest limit approvals. So, for example, we funded my client Louise almost $100,000 at 0% interest. 80,000 of that was from BRM connections. So that lets you know, like 80% of the funding that we got for a client was literally from these BRM connections. So I also recommend that you leverage current relationships that the client has. So when you study their report, obviously, if they got a personal card with whatever XYZ credit union, like go fuck with them. And then go to local credit unions, obviously. You got regional banks and you got national banks. So that's kind of the order in which I recommend that y'all do it. But number one, always leverage these damn BRMs. They're here to help you and serve you when you get the right one. All right, so that was stage number two. Stage number three. Stage number three is money, right? We'll talk about the mullah. We have to understand how money works. How does money work? Money equals currency. A current flows, right? So, let's just visualize a current flowing, right? It's water, it's flowing. When you invest money, you're attracting more money towards you. So money does not like people that are cheap. That's basically how money functions. So cheap, I created this by the way. So cheap stands for constantly having excuses about prosperity. So I came to the conclusion, being cheap and living in fear is the devil's greatest weapon. The devil loves when people are being cheap. The devil loves when people are living in fear. Because when you're living in fear, you're basically being scared of something that's not even real. What they say fear is like false evidence appearing real. So, same thing as being cheap, constantly having excuses about prosperity. If you're constantly having excuses about what's going to get you to the next level, you find an excuse not to, take action, not to invest in yourself. The devil likes that. So keep that in mind. So how do we fix this? Invest in yourself first. That's part of our plan. Invest in yourself first. That's how we got to use the money. You don't know what you don't know. That's just a reality. And you have to make turning money into more money a priority. That's really what it is. So the third truth I'm gonna let y'all know: investing with somebody that already did what you desire to do is a simple secret to turn money into more money. Investing with somebody that already did what you desire to do is a simple secret to turn money into more money. When you see successful multimillionaires, billionaires, and everything, they're always talking about mentorship. It's not, it's not like by accident that they're talking about that, So keep that in mind. It's like copying off the smart kid on the test that you're not as prepared for. Let's say you're not as prepared for the test. Or let's say you even are prepared. There's always going to be that next level. There's always going to be that person that's more prepared than you. And that goes back to what I said as far as you don't know what you don't know. So you might be thinking too, all right, cool, Michael. I seen everything you talked about. I'm going to go try to do it myself first. Chances are you don't do this business funding shit like me. Chances are you don't got the experience, extensive connections I have, and the plethora of data I've had with, applications. We got a whole Google Drive, applications that got approved, that got declined. So we just have data, right? So you're literally wasting your own time from the highest likelihood of success when you have that mindset of, I'm just going to go do it myself. It's like, this is a perfect example that I wanted to paint. It's like I'm a lawyer and I'm an expert on a specific type of law. And then You see me doing it, you see the results I'm getting, and then you're like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go represent myself because I see that Michael's getting results. It doesn't work like that because you don't know the extent of, what I did. So I think that's a perfect example for me to paint the picture. Or you might be thinking too, you might be thinking, I'm waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time to do this, to be honest, was yesterday, last week, last month, last year, 5 years ago, whatever you want to call it, last decade. Life will always happen, by the way. So the second best time to take action is now. Now is no opportunity wasted. So invest in yourself first. That's the whole thing of our master plan. So obviously, before we get to the third stage of money, we have master plan. So in order to maximize our master plan, because in the beginning we stage one was makeup. We made sure the makeup of the credit profile is good, makeup of the business is good, makeup of everything is good, right? Then we go into master plan, and now we're talking about how money works. So in order to maximize our master plan, you must invest before trying to do it yourself. Why are we doing that? The reason why we're doing it is because it'll allow you to get access to new info that you probably didn't know, new connections that you didn't know you're going to get access to, new environments. And sometimes, to be honest, it's just one nugget or one conversation that's a game changer for you to get to that next level. So that's why it's like you just got to jump before you can even overthink yourself out of it. I would personally recommend don't skip this step. I did it, and anyone else with a profitable funding business, I'm willing to bet that they most likely did some sort of mentorship. Is it possible to succeed without a mentor? Of course. I would be capping if I said that it isn't. But I'm just giving you the three-step framework that worked for me personally. So, what we covered today, right? Let's just get straight to it. So, stage number one was makeup. So, we discussed how to build an attractive personal credit profile and business in the eyes of the lenders. Stage number two, master plan. We discussed the system for how to maximize the funding we receive. Stage number three, we discuss money, right? We discuss how to maximize the execution of our master plan by understanding how money works. All right, can you see how these three steps would help you? Let me know in the comments. Let me know below if you can see how these three steps would help you. So, the three truths that we covered, the truth, not the lie. Number one, you are not special enough that you can skip investing in yourself. That's number one. Number two, the best way to be as profitable as possible is by working with a vetted BRM. You can try to do it on your own, but teamwork makes the dream work. Number three, investing with somebody that already did what you desire to do is a simple secret to turn some money into more money. And that third step, I'm not even just saying it about me. If it goes to Airbnb, you want to start an Airbnb business, go invest with that person. Even when it comes to this funding shit, it don't even gotta be me, but go invest with somebody, right? I'm not saying that you have to invest with me and I'm the only person that can teach you this shit. That's not the reality, right? But I'm saying invest with somebody. All right, can you see how living in reality and honoring these three truths will help you? Let me know if you can see how, just living in that reality will definitely help you. So let me ask you a simple question. Do you think it would be significantly easier to succeed with this if you have my direct help and resources versus you, trying to do it on your own? I think that's a very simple question with a simple answer. So I obviously have an opportunity for you. I have an offer for you because I wouldn't just do a webinar, whatever you want to call this, a live class without, giving you an opportunity to work with me. So this will not be an easy opportunity, right? Because I don't want to work with people that's lazy as shit. I want you to come in knowing that it's going to be hard work involved. And if you're coming in thinking that this is just sit back, easy work, please do not even apply when I post the link. So this is a new offer, and you will be working with me one on one. So I'm literally gonna be on your ass to succeed because I'm taking my time with this one, right? Usually I've done the group stuff, but I want to just work with one person one on one. All right, so let's talk about the deliverables. So number one, which I think is we can all argue is very, very valuable, is my Chase BRM connection. So I'll literally give you his email, his phone number, and introduce you so that he knows that you're part of the program, you work with me, so that you can go ahead and start getting your 10% for each client that you're funding. You've probably seen me post 45,000, 50,000 limits, so you could potentially be next as well. Let's just estimate on the low end because we want to. I don't want to dilute nobody, right? Let's say you just get five clients at 20,000 approvals. We're not even going to use 50,000 approval as an example. Let's say you only $20,000 limit approval, five clients, you already made $10,000 commission. In addition to whatever else the fuck you doing to make money. So I think it's a bonus. I think it's a bet. And then number two, you get my direct phone number for how to actually fill out these applications. Like I told y'all, it's certain shit you just gotta know with certain banks, and it's just certain conversations of where you're gonna know what to fill out on the bank applications. And I've gotten a lot of insight just from having these bank relationship connections and just through trial and error because we have a lot of data of clients that got denied as well as obviously clients that got approved. Certain industries we know are really good to take, things like that. And stuff like that is invaluable. So that's kind of an invaluable deliverable. So you have 6 months of access to me to text for support, which will be that credit repair help, funding help, and then obviously, like I said, how to fill out the applications. Like I'll work with you to do that. Assuming you got a credit repair business already, I will work with you to help restructure or validate your existing offer to help make it more irresistible. All right, so more deliverables. So access to my other BRM connections. So I actually have access to over 10 BRM connections. I would have to count against the exact amount, but I just had to double check and fact check, and we're over 10. So you'll have partnership access to 10 plus other BRM connections I have access to. So, obviously there's value in that. Private BRM training. So the secret sauce on how I've been able to vet and build solid relationships with BRMs, you'll get access to that as well. And then bulletproof business funding contract. So I know sometimes some people are like scared of like, oh, what if they don't pay or whatever, right? So I'll give y'all the funding contract we use so you don't have to worry about clients running off on you. So that there's a deliverable in that as well. And then customized solution, right? So what I mean by that is that everybody's different. So what we're gonna do, we'll work together to make sure that this offer is tailored to suit your specific needs to achieve transformation as fast as humanly possible, right? So whatever your needs are, if your needs are more focused on, okay, I need to get more clients, obviously that's one of the deliverables as you see in the next bullet. But if your needs are, okay, I need to increase my closing rate, we'll work on that. If your offer is shit, we'll work on your offer. If it's about, deleting items, we'll work on that just so you can increase your deletion process so you can funnel people back into the business funding. Whatever your specific needs are, that's the whole purpose of the questions that we're asking on the application so that we can customize it to your specific needs. And then get more funding clients. Obviously, if you don't have no clients, how the fuck are you gonna fund somebody, right? So we're gonna help you create a predictable marketing system so you don't gotta worry about getting clients that you want to fund. All right, so you could book a call below to apply. Before I put that, let's talk about the more testimonials. So it's not going to be easy, but basically, people that work with me tend to get results. As you see on the left over here, $75,000 approval. This is my student Ali. So $7,500 is made. This is literally posted this past week. And then it won't be easy, but people that work with me tend to get paid, right? So you see, I work with one of my students, and I was able to wire him $11,000 from us, working together. Is every situation gonna be like that? Hell no. But I'm showing y'all what's possible, right? I don't want to delude y'all to think that you just gonna come in and just start making all this damn money, right? You got to give yourself that guarantee. All right, so this is what I was talking about earlier, as far as what was literally posted today, March 11, 2025. So like this is not old ass info. So I partnered with one of my students and we got one of the client's $35,000 approval. So we split it both ways. So 1750, 1750. I also had a different client, one of my own clients, that was funded $35,000 today. We're also about to go for the what's it called? Line of credit, but they got 35,000 today too. So we got that $3,500 commission coming as well. In addition to the $1,750, I partner with my student loan. So I say that to say this is an opportunity to help y'all. Our business, we're gonna continue doing what we do, but I just wanted to come on here and whoever wants to take opportunity, you can do all that. So I'm gonna post the link to book a call and in the chat, and then if you want to apply, go ahead and apply. If you don't want to apply, I hope that this information was beneficial for you. Hold on, let me get this link. But yeah, I hope this information was beneficial for you. But if you want to apply, I look forward to speaking with you on the call and seeing if you are, qualified to go ahead and work with us. But with that being said, y'all have a blessed. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link will probably be in the comments or it'll be in the comments. But yeah, with that being said, y'all have a blessed one. I'll end this recording. Hold on. Okay, yeah, y'all have a blessed one.